Hi, this is a reading for client 10041, and I have been shuffling and concentrating, and I am going to continue to do so until my hands stop. Ooh. I'm going to leave him out. Actually, I'm going to leave all three of those out. It's the King of Cups, the Fool, and the Seven of Cups. A new beginning with wishes, hopes and dreams sort of coming to fruition, but this is just a message that came out. I'll just put them here so you can see. Hopes and, this is the King of Cups. He is in control of his emotions, but he's also kind of sad sometimes. But he's learned to deal with it and learned to cope with it, and when put into the right place, when it's Mercury retrograde, I'm having a really hard time talking these days. When he puts his mind to what he needs to accomplish, he can do it when he casts his emotions aside, and he's gotten really good at it. He's actually a master at getting things accomplished by casting his emotions aside, especially when it comes to a new beginning, a brand new journey, some risks taken. And the Seven of Cups generally just, it's sort of a building castles in the sky card. So make sure, if there's something going on, a new transition, a new beginning, make sure you get all the facts. So that's just what came out, but we're going to do the 8 card. Bonus! Who am I to deny the cards? I'm just a mere human. Okay. Okay, we're ready. I'm going to cut her. Let's see what we got. I hope you can see. I'll do what I can to pass them in yellow direction. But this isn't bad. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yay, we did it. Okay. So as for the spirit that we're sort of in contact with right now and that wants to deliver you a message, family, someone with a family, big family, someone who worked in a group, sort of not argumentative, but like, hey, old sport kind of a person. They liked to do like puzzles, but with other people. So this would be like a board game type person, someone who loves like board games, and a very family-oriented person. Could be on the young side. Quick wit, just words. Oh, they come out quickly before she can stop them. It's definitely, I don't know if it's a female per se, but it definitely has a good amount of feminine energy. 9 of Rods. Don't come in. Private. There was a side to them that maybe people didn't know so much. Because up front, it's like, they say what was on their mind, but there was also this little thing tucked in the back of their head. But yeah, it was all games, crossword puzzle. I feel like a crossword puzzle person, someone who loved that. But definitely a family person. I'll show you some of these cards. So you see, that's where I get family, happy family. Could have even been a young woman who was, it could be a mother type. It could be someone who, I hate saying died during childbirth because sounds so sad. But something along those, they didn't die during childbirth, but they were, I want to say like a young mom type. At first I got like, oh, it's because of the board games. It was like, it's a grandfather type, but I don't think it is. I think it's more of it feels very feminine, very strong, and like a spitfire type of gal, or guy, but with feminine. There's definitely this swift feminine energy to them. Kind of a braggart, but ego can be confused with confidence. That whoever this was, they just rode the line between ego and confidence. But they were good. They were good. They were very loving. Loved to debate. Loved to be around people that they could just get in there with. And I love that, whoever this is. Young though, a young energy, young spirit energy. I mean, that could be a 90-year-old woman who just has a very young, young soul. But these are the types. That's what we're playing. That's the energy that we're playing with. Yeah, I see sort of a smaller person, like in bone structure. Petite is what we're looking at. Someone who's a little bit petite, like a cute little fairy or something. So the message: change, fate. Jeez Louise, they're not joking around. These are some major arcana cards. Death, which does not mean death. It means, I always look at this card as moving on, change, but there has to be a period of honoring what has come before in order to move on. Like putting flowers on a grave. So there's this big message of a fated change, right? An intuition and something that's in the dark that is still a work in progress. Oh, I haven't shown you any of these. Here's the Lovers. Right? I almost feel like these guys go together. Like it's almost like he steps into here and makes this fate happen. It's like, oh, this is supposed to happen. He's almost saying he's almost like the magician in this for a moment. Like death steps in and becomes the magician and allows fate to happen. Because that's really what this is. It's fated choices, fated decisions. The Lovers isn't all about like, oh, this is my lover. But it's more about like, this is my fate. Which is great. This is a good message to get. It's like, hey, embrace change. Know that whatever's happening is happening because it's completely supposed to happen. This is what you were put here for. And deep down, I feel like when in the moon, they're saying, and you know that. And you're very, very aware of the fact that what is happening is fate. That it's a fated decision, something that has to happen. I want to look at him for just a little bit and see if I see anything else. And they're with you. Whoever this is with you through whatever you're going through right now, in your life right now. They want you to also know that not to be afraid and keep going, keep working. What you're doing is good. The work that you've been doing, it could be inner work, it could be external work, but what you're doing is good. It's repetitive work. It's doing the same thing every day to get change. It's definitely a burn and churn sort of situation. Like the same thing happens every day. We do the same thing every day, or it's like people who work in a factory. I'm not saying you work in a factory, but people who work in a factory, they go in. One person, puts the heads on the dolls all day. How fun. Heads on dolls. I mean, I want to see that. I want that job, actually. So, back to you. Enough. Fated change. There's a fated change that they're with you. They're totally with you. And you know that. That's the thing. The person, I'm also getting the person that you have in your brain right now is the person. It is the person that walks with you. If you don't know who it is, the person you're thinking of is the link to this person. Does that make sense? I wish you were here so I could answer questions. But what that means is, like, let's say you're like, I have no idea who a petite, feisty little family woman is, or family, man, family feminine energy is. Well, then whoever you think of is actually the link. It could be someone that's connected with them. If you're like, oh, no, but that reminds me of my friend, it could easily be someone that has passed on from them that you walk with. That walks with you because they feel kindred with you and they want to protect you. But you're definitely, this is a big transition. This message is just, they want me to reiterate that everything that's happening is totally supposed to be happening. It is fate, and it is scary, and it is dark. Sometimes things get really, really dark. They're also telling me you need to let go a little bit. Don't fight the tide so hard. When things start to get rough and you start pushing against what you think should be Know that sometimes there's a bigger plan, and you just need to like relax and kind of let things fall into place. Don't try to control everything so much. Don't swim upstream, you know. Sometimes you got to put down the oar and look around and let the tide take you where it needs to go. But stay aware. Look around and be like, okay, why is this happening? And what do I need to see? Whew. See, it's definitely, this energy is like, whoever this is just spewing words out of my mouth. I mean, I'm talkative anyway, but I feel especially talkative, and I feel like I'm a hands on a hips kind of person. But yeah, I feel like that's that. Just, there's really no negative message. Know that everything, again, everything, all this change, all this crazy, like, ugh. Don't forget to honor what has been in order to keep moving forward, because it's fate. Trust your guts, and definitely, don't fight your own intuition. Know that this person is with you all the time, and keep doing your work. Whatever you're doing that you're hoping to get results from, it's good to keep doing it. Keep going, keep going. Yeah, and that's really that. If you have any questions, again, feel free to email me. And other than that, have a good day. Bye.